There we go. We got that recording in progress, Tish. That's great. I'd like to test you, Tish, to make sure we have you on. I just sent my request for recording. Okay. I think we're all set. I'm recording. I'm just going to go ahead and get started for the recording. And then when Tish is ready, she'll just go ahead and tap right on in. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Healing ALS Sunday Community Meetings. My name is Scott Douglas. I'm hosting along with Patricia Tomowski. This is wonderful that we can get together and talk about all of the various aspects of ALS.
Scott, I'm sorry, you have to start over again. Because I didn't record to the cloud. I apologize. My Zoom meeting was buried under all these other windows. So I am now recording to the cloud, and Scott, you can start. Sorry.
Okay, I apologize on that one there. Okay, everyone, welcome to Healing ALS Sunday Community Meetings. I'm Scott Douglas, hosting along with Patricia Tomowski. We are a community that get together and we talk about ALS, and we talk about all of the aspects of ALS and what others have done. We're coming to you with the experience that we have been together doing this since 2010. And we have a variety of experiences of others who have not only stopped the progression of this disease, but they have reversed their symptoms of this disease. And this disease is one of the toughest diseases known to mankind. And it is of the natural holistic world that we see the most, I would say, advances in stopping the progression of this disease. Okay. And it's important that we know that it's 60% mental and 40% physical with all of your regimental dietary supplements and therapies and everything. Okay. But being in a calm, healing state helps the cells to absorb nutrients so much better. We need to build that mitochondria and have it very strong, even down at the most minute levels of healing. That's important. So today we have a wonderful guest. Pinnakin Shah is with us. He is an ALS reversal in progress. He has an amazing story. And he is out of Mumbai, India, I believe. He's out there and he has his own Healing MND in India. And he has a great following there. And there are folks who are stopping progression in his group in India also. So it's important that we listen up and hear what he has to say, because I remember when Pinnakin had no use of his limbs on his arms, his voice was not really audible. Now we can hear his voice. Now he has movements in his arms and hands. And now it's just so important that we see his story along with other stories so you can come up with your personalized journey to stop the progression of this disease. So Tish, since you have your graphic up, you can go right ahead and we can go forward from here.
Okay, we already covered this. I'm just kind of covering everybody, what we're doing. We just do review this every week, because do your own research. I mean, everyone heals differently, and that's why it's very important. And notice that 60% is mindfulness, mindset, attitude, meditation, prayer. That is why Pinnakin is doing so well 5 years in. So this is a very, very special day for Pinnakin, which you will find out. But just make sure you're all coming Sundays, Mondays, and Thursdays. It's strongly suggested, and if you absolutely can't make one, make sure that you make it up on the recording. So we have a free 47 steps course, and we do Sundays, Mondays, and Thursdays because these programs improve ALS outcome. We absolutely know it. What we're doing is working. What you're doing is working at home. And so we want to support you in every way we can. If you're not doing the registry, it is the 15th of October. We're trying to get people to do the registry on the 15th, by the 15th for the previous month. So we're going to talk about that a little bit more. Or you'll see some emails about it, but I'm not going to waste Pinnakin's time right now. The main thing is that, we encourage everyone to join the registry and everyone to put their information in. Okay, make sure you're on the mailing list. If you're not getting our newsletters, please email healingals@gmail.com, but check spam and promotions first. We want to thank our volunteers, and our donors. Okay, we had it was several people donate this week, and it was a huge help when we have people donate. So thank you so much to our donors. We cannot run this without donations. It's impossible. So just start here if you're new. And this week, just to let you know, volunteer meeting is this week, and the feeding tube meeting is this week. So those are the two main things. All our committees just regulate. I just want to thank the people on our committees because they join and they're doing these things to, help the medical professionals help every week. The mentors committees, the mentor committee, is getting that. We will hopefully get that started next year, and it will be fantastic. So I'm very excited about the mentor committee. So if very important to each of you to use the technology to stay healthy while you heal. Okay, don't be hesitant, the least bit hesitant about getting breathing assistance, feeding tubes, wheelchairs, walkers, whatever you need. Okay. Okay, Pinnakin, let's go. Okay. Okay, this is you. You're on, Pinnakin. This is you.
Yeah, we had his audio earlier. I hope we didn't
Yep,
lose
he
his
just has to
audio
unmute
again.
himself.
Pinnakin, if you can raise your hand, you can go right up to the top of the list.
Yeah, there he goes.
And there
Hello everyone, this is Pinnakin from India, Mumbai. Wishing you all a happy healing.
Okay, a little bit louder, right, Scott? Just a touch.
Yeah, you might have to turn his audio back up again because we had worked with his audio earlier.
Yes, whatever be the situation, enjoy each and every moment of life. So that's me over there.
Yes.
And these are some of the pictures that I've taken. Now, please will go ahead with the presentation. This is my life.
Do you want me to do this? Do you want to present, or do you want me to present and you can interject? What's easier for you?
Yes, it will be better if you go ahead.
Okay, so just that Pinnakin was a computer engineer. He married, he has 2 sons at the time, 15 and 3. And he realized, looking back now, that the stress from work, I mean, you look at, he was working, like he was basically doing the job of 5 people at work. So a lot of us take on more than we can handle, and our stress, our bodies eventually react to that stress. Not enough sleep, lots of junk food, no time for personal health, no exercise. And then it started in 2016. He had a fungal infection and was treated allopathically with antifungals. And then, his really first ALS symptom what happened in January of 17, when he lost the balance and fell. So a lot of stressful things happening right here, right now. It's very important to understand that most of the people with ALS have, a lot of times stress brings this on. So, and sometimes we don't realize the stress. So these are Pinnakin's first symptoms. It's just started out with the weakness of his index finger of his right hand. And within 6 months, his other fingers were affected. So, losing grip strength. In January of 18, he had kidney stones, which is really interesting. So there's another diagnosis of anterior horn cell disease, but then the left hand started becoming unaffected, and eventually in October 15th, so this is his 5-year anniversary of his diagnosis. So in October 15th of 2018, he was 42 years old, and he was diagnosed with ALS. And I want you to talk about the next slide, about really what really happened.
Yes. So on October 15, 2018, I was diagnosed with MND, and it was all because of the fall that I had. I got hit on the back of my head. At the same time, I had a lot of mental trauma. So stress was there. So all that factors affected in me having this disease. Once I was diagnosed in 2018, I resigned from my job because I was not able to hold my pen. And because of that, my handwriting became haywire. I was not able to write properly. So on my diagnosis, the doctor straight away told me, Binakil, an average life of an MND patient is 2 to 5 years. I was very much surprised, and I was very much affected by that. Dish, can you share the screen again?
So, so good thing you all stayed on. Good to hear. I'll go back and so, okay, Pinnakin, do you want to talk about the doctors?
Yeah, I would suggest all the doctors again that you should not tell the patient on the face that you have less time to live. I'm running an advocacy against that. In fact,
Doctor?
you should tell the caregivers about the
So,
diagnosis.
yes, keep going,
I
Pinnakin.
have
Go
to
right
make
ahead.
sure, just a
Go
minute,
ahead.
I have to make sure that we are still recording. Yeah, we are. Okay. So
Mhm.
Scott, you might have to restart your local
No,
recording.
my recording's still going. We're fine.
Oh, perfect. Good, good, good. Okay. So this is, and a lot of people do, and initially, Pinnakin, you believed the doctors. And only for 5 weeks, which was awesome. I was so happy. And you resigned from your job like right away, right? Like that day, the next day,
The coming week, next week.
coming week, then following
And
week. So,
yes,
so that was really critical because he was working the job of 5 people. So that was like another half. And then, and then even at the beginning, you talk about this a little bit about your family. And because everybody, the whole family went into depression, not just you, your parents, your wife, your children, like the whole family was going into this depression.
basically, we did not inform our children. So we only told about this to my parents. My wife was with me when the doctor diagnosed me. It was a very bad situation. Everyone went into depression because I being the only child, only son of my parents, and I was the only uh, earner. I was earning for my family.
So you were the breadwinner of the family.
Yeah, me and my father both were the breadwinner, but my father had a higher portion. I was supporting the family from outside. But it is not about money, it is about life. It is about the doctors are saying that you are not going to live so and so year. That was very heartbreaking. Then I thought, why should my family suffer because of my disease? And because of that, being an IT guy, I started researching on the internet. And I'm a very lucky guy. The first thing I found was Stephen Hawking. And I calculated when he was diagnosed and how many years he lived. And Stephen Hawking lived for 55 years. That was amazing. And that was 55 years with MND. You won't believe Stephen Hawking after being diagnosed, was married twice. Superb.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, it's so cool because, I like that. So you were very depressed and then you found Stephen Hawking, the very first piece of hope that, wait a minute, I don't have to die at 42 or 47, which was your life expectancy. So guess what? You beat the doctors already. He said 2 to 5 years and you're now 5 years. And so you've done it. So yeah, that was great. And then your birthday, that I think was the coolest thing about your birthday, is that really switched your things around.
Yeah, around 5 weeks, I was under depression along with my family, but I told my family, don't worry, I'm going to be here more the next 55 years. I'm going to match or break Stephen Hawking's record of living with MND for 55 years. And I told them, in a jolly manner, don't worry, you guys, I'm going to harass you for the next 55 years.
Yeah, that's great. I love it. And I think the interesting thing is, during his birthday, he noticed he's happy and his fasciculation and twitching goes down by half. So, and this is what happens when we think negative thoughts. This piece of mental piece is so important. When we negative thoughts, guess what? The stress level goes up, fasciculations and twitching go up, muscle cramping goes up, and disease progression goes up. And when you're happy, it goes down. And he had an immediate result with that. So that is fantastic. So, and it is, I like what you said about the mind game. It says, now I understood, the more you think about MND ALS, the more you stress and the more it starts playing a mind game with you. So you made a decision to beat the mind game. And I'm actually going to show a video real quick about one of the things that you did. So this is really interesting. So before we go to the mind game, actually, let me go shift. Okay. I'm going to go back one. I'm going to stop my show. I'm going to play a little video of you and your son, which I thought was just really cool, because this is one of the things that he did with his son to stay happy. So I'm looking at my videos right now. Just a minute, I have to find it. You're going to have to show me, Pinnakin. I'm going to share my WhatsApp screen. So just a minute, I'm going to share my WhatsApp screen and I'm going to play this video. So just a second.
And I believe that
Okay, so tell me which one is the one with your son in the museum. You gave me a whole bunch of videos.
Yeah, the one on the left. Yeah.
This one right here?
No. What videos on the right? Yeah.
The fourth video, this one?
No, next one.
That, thank you. Okay. So I think this is interesting. This is a year after diagnosis, and you were with your son and making up your mind you're going to enjoy life, which is really I just wanted to illustrate that, because I think it's very important that we illustrate that you made a decision to live life. And I'm going to actually show one more video, because this one is really cool too. Just a minute. I'm going to share again. I'm going to share. Pinnakin has making these funny videos just for fun, just like total for fun, like nothing else. You know what? You gotta you gotta think about, this is happy, right? This is happy. Not crazy about the alcohol piece, but it's okay. It's okay. It's whatever makes you happy. So I love the fact that he is making up his mind to be happy. So let's go on to kind of where you were. So this was a really big deal here. You came in and you celebrated, you noticed you're happy, and now all of a sudden you change your mindset. And then the other thing is, you said it reduced by, after this, when you switched your mindset, your fasciculations went down by 75%, and it slowed down your progression immediately.
Yes. So basically, when I don't think about the disease and I am doing what I am happy with, all my calculations and which go down. I would ask every one of you to try it out. Whenever you are having a fun in your house, with your family, with your friends, you can observe and notice that your fasciculation and your twitching will go down. Your mind will produce all the happy hormones. That is very important.
Yeah. Now, the other thing I think was really interesting, and this is true of everyone, we understand that you're coming here to learn, and this is your work, okay? But balanced with your work right now is healing. Whether you have another job or not, you have two work. If you have a job outside, then you have two jobs. You have this and you have your healing. But in between your healing, you need to make sure that you are enjoying your family, having fun, living your life. This is very important. Now, this I think is really cool, because around here, like Scott and I have friends that are Uber drivers, okay? It's okay to be an Uber driver in the US. In India, it's not so okay to be an Uber driver. And you love driving, you loved it. You didn't tell anybody you were an Uber driver, right? Did you hide it from your friends? Who did you tell that you were an Uber driver? I mean, obviously your parents and your wife know, but this is the other thing. What do you care what other people think? He did something that he loved. He wanted to have a non-stressful way to add to the finances of his family. And he did this until the COVID lockdown. So who did you tell?
No
other
one,
than your family?
no one, no one.
No one. Okay, so this is for all you India friends. This is the first time they're seeing it. They didn't know that you were an Uber driver. So cool. All right, really cool. So I love the fact that you did something you loved and you didn't worry about what other people thought. Well, you did, because you didn't tell them, but you did it anyway, which is great. Do stuff that makes you happy. So I love that you did that. Okay, let's go to the next slide.
I
Fantastic.
was so happy to meet so many interesting people while driving Uber.
Yeah, that's cool. So anything that you love doing, do it. Just because you got ALS doesn't mean you can't work on do something that you love to do. So I'm very excited. It's a great, really great. He wasn't sure he wanted to tell me yesterday, but I talked him into putting it on the slide. So good for you, Pennican. The secret is out. You're now out of the Uber closet. Okay. And all this time you were also going to church and things like that, where you were doing meditation. What were you doing? What were you doing?
Yes, I'm a Jain. I follow Jainism. So I used
Jainism.
to, yes, I used to go to the temple, pray, pray for God, and pray for healthy life for my family, for myself. Regularly, spiritualism is very important because it filters out your soul.
Fantastic.
When you are spiritual, it will filter out your soul.
Great. Okay. So then you had your first fall just before the COVID lockdown. And this was kind of a wake up to you, right? So kind of at the same time as the mess from COVID came in and you had to stop driving, you also had a bad fall because your hands were not strong enough to save you. So this is really interesting. And what happened to your disease progression? when you had this bad experience and then COVID on top of that, you're all trapped in your house. And then all the news is coming in and everybody's afraid to die. I mean, this is what happened during COVID. It was crazy. We were all put in a state of fear by the media.
Yes, so with the progression of the disease skyrocketed. It went above the roof, and it was, at the highest circulation and reaching. At that time, I could see my limbs going down, and I could see little bit of my speech also getting affected.
Wow. So this is, again, this is for everybody. When we're in a state of fear, anxiety, stress, our disease progression speeds up. And this is just an example. And I love the fact that Pinnakin was self-aware enough to realize it. And he said, wait a minute, this is happening. He acknowledged that it is happening. And then he's like, okay, you can go down in that rabbit hole and just keep getting worse, or you can say, I'm going to make a switch. And that's what he did. So, so go ahead and talk about more about your journey here, Pinnakin.
That was the time that I found this app, the Jib Jab, and I started making all these funny videos because we are there at home and we have nothing to do. So instead of thinking more about the disease, I started making all these funny videos for all my family and friends. And with that, I even started making for myself. Now,
yeah, so you basically did happyotherapy. You invented happyotherapy. So let's talk about that a little bit, because I don't want to go too far because we talked about this thing. So let's go to the support group first. It was a very negative situation. So he found this Healing ALS WhatsApp in India groups and joined. And this group though was really negative, because all they cared about was peg tubes and BiPACs and, but then while he was looking at this, he ran into Gunther. So I love what you said about Gunther video. So, he was looking for things to uplift him and he kept finding negative, but then he did find something that uplifted him and he just said, and also the positive part is he met Smita in this group. So we'll talk about that in a minute. So he saw the video 4 times a day, but he says the first time he looked at the Gunther video, he didn't believe. Then the second time he says, well, let me look at it again. And then the third time he started believing, and the fourth time, this is the best part.
hooray, hallelujah, Eureka, I can do it.
Yeah, and why be a wheelchair like Stephen Hawking? What a great, this is fantastic. You can heal and be Gunther instead. By the way, for those of you who do not know, Gunther did pass away at 43, but they did an autopsy. He had a massive heart attack, and his they said it's been going on from, like, he stopped smoking after he got ALS, but it was for 40 years of smoking, and his dad had also died earlier. So had he known about the heart disease, he would have reversed that too. It took him by surprise. So he has since passed away, but understand it was nothing to do with ALS. He had completely healed his ALS, and he passed away from a heart attack. So just so everybody knows that. Okay, so just this gave you hope. Gunther gave you hope.
Yes.
And then you met Smita also. And Dr. Smita Jain, her husband had ALS, and she still runs the feeding tube group with us today. But, and you came to that first volunteer meeting that we had.
Yes.
Back in the fall of 2020.
Yes, I immediately joined.
Yeah, so that was, maybe June of 2020. I forgot. It was right around 2020. So that was fantastic.
Yeah.
And then
Dish,
we were starting our Facebook group then.
Yeah, Dish, can you run the last video, the lady? Why I joined the Healing ALS volunteer? The last
Okay, so you want the WhatsApp? All right, so let me just go to WhatsApp. Okay, so which video do you want me to play?
Yeah, the lady in red, yes.
The lady, okay. Oops, wait a minute, something happened. Stop share.
I want
Share.
to tell everyone that if you can then do join Healing ALS volunteer group. You can give your inputs.
I don't know why, for some reason, oh, I know why, because I think I have to close this up. Just a second. Let me stop my share again. I'll try it again. I'm gonna bring it up first, and then I should be able to do it.
We think too much about what people.
All right, I'm gonna see if I can get this. Yeah, I know it's hard. It's hard. I just gotta play this. Share. Okay, now I'll do it. It's a little weird, but let's see if you can get this video, okay?
People say we listen to ourselves too little. You have to listen to your heart. You don't have to look good for people. You don't have to be perfect just because other people want you to be perfect. If your soul is perfect from within, that's all right. This is all what you want. This is all what you need to be.
Did you guys see that?
Yeah,
Did you see
please
that, the bigger one?
play it again.
Yeah. Okay, I'll play it one more time. It's only 18
We
seconds.
think too much about what people say. We listen to ourselves too little. You have to listen to your heart. You don't have to look good for people. You don't have to be perfect just because other people want you to be perfect. If your soul is perfect from within, that's all right. This is all what you want. This is all what you need to be.
Okay, great.
Don't worry about what others are saying. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, it's very cool. All right, so let's get back to the share screen again. Okay, so then after you found Healing ALS, this is the coolest thing. I loved what you did. He said, well, there's no Healing ALS in India. So, and you guys, your meetings are all on the wrong time of day because they're 12 hours. For me, he's 12 hours. So you started the India group. How cool is that? And that is fantastic. So I like this. I'm just going to read the last one. I decided to create a group full of positivity and hope, passionate to improve the quality of life of pals and cows. Whoa. Go ahead, Pinnakin.
So basically, you need to have a purpose in life. In your life, when similar situations arise, what happens is you have to change your priorities. When you have to change your priorities, at that time you have to be passionate about whatever you are doing. Once you are passionate about what you are doing, nobody, no one in this whole world can stop you for achieving what you are aiming to achieve. So go for it, be unstoppable, try to find it out, and remember, it is only winning. It is not winning or losing. It is winning or learning. You will never lose. Either you will win or you will learn.
I love that. You'll either win or you'll learn, because we all learn most from our mistakes, and any failures we have, that's where we learn. So you either win or you learn. I love it. There's no risk here. I also love the fact that there was no other groups in India that were positive. They were all negative. And so he just said, well, you can either complain about it or do something about it. And you did something about it, which is fantastic. You created your own group. So, shoot, this is media, not Medica, but at that very first meeting, I remember, March 24th, 2021, Scott and I came, and, they since meet every Sunday, at 4:44 India time, like that. And now you have over 300 people in your group. How cool. So
We are all happy. We have all the meetings where sometimes we organize musical programs. Sometimes we organize motivation and motivation and inspiration speeches by speakers. So we regularly have meetings in India. So people are always willing to know, Pinakin, when is our next meeting? Who is going to present our next meeting? So our meetings are very much all in happy mode.
All in happy mode. I love it. Great, fantastic. So they have a good time in India. If you know anybody in India, please have them join Healing ALS, Healing MND India. Okay, so
And
talk about this piece, because this is really a part of your journey, Pinnakin, accepting the disease, but stop thinking about it and focusing on what you can do about it, and that everyone, no matter what condition you are in, everyone has a skill they can be master of, no matter what, and all that, use your mind. So how did you, this is just things that you have noticed as you've gone on your journey. Is that right?
First thing, that whenever you are diagnosed, you need to accept the disease. You need to accept that you have got this disease and you have to go forward with it. If you are in a pity mode, why I got this disease? Why in this whole world, why I got this disease? Then the disease will eat you up. Instead, accept the disease and go forward. Go fight with it. Let it come, and then you can tell the disease, come over here, have a breakfast, and then go away. Very simple. You have to understand that the disease is not caused by all the external factors. You are the only cause. You are only responsible for bringing the disease to you.
Yeah, we
So-
talked about that on Thursday. I'm the master of my fate. I'm the captain of my soul. This is really cool from Invictus. Okay, so then this is this is important.
Yes, you have to change your attitude. You have to never give up, never surrender. You remember a small baby in your house? Baby never has anything in their mind. Their minds are totally empty. There is no negativity in the baby's mind. Baby looks at the people around them. The baby wants to talk. The baby wants to walk. The baby wants to crawl. So slowly and steadily, the baby starts crawling. Then the baby starts trying to stand up. The baby may fall many times, but again they stand up. So it is not important about the falls, but it is important how many times you rise up after you fall. It's very important about that. Finally, the baby is able to walk. In the same way,
I will take.
A second, I'm gonna play this now. Just giving it. I got it. Oops, wait a minute. Putting this down. I'm gonna just stop. I'm gonna share my screen.
just interjecting though, that was very important that Pinnakin had said that. And even starting with baby steps, there are always setbacks, but those setbacks, you still keep going forward. The baby gets back up and tries again. We have to keep that in mind that we are continually moving forward.
Can everybody
with
see my
each
screen?
step that we do. That's it. That was very important, Pinnakin. Thanks.
yes,
Can everybody see this? Okay, great.
To be who I'm meant to be. I won't let fear keep me from trying. It's time for me to make a change. Start living the life I'm gonna reach for the sky, way up. Get now. It's up to me to see if I can Never giving up. Never giving up. Never giving up. Never giving up. I want to live the life others expect of me. I want to be proud of who I'm becoming.
Thank you, Pinnakin. That was so beautiful. Jeff, why don't you have your hand raised? Normally we keep it till the end, but since, why don't you, if you want to say something, why don't you go ahead and unmute yourself? If you want to ask a question. Okay, otherwise we'll wait till the end. It might be better because I want to make sure we get through Pinnakin's presentation and then we will get to questions. So let me.
And Jeff, if you're not able to speak, if
Yeah,
that's
that's fine.
Jeff from
Yeah, he can
Florida,
just put it in.
if you're
That's
not
fine,
able to
Scott.
speak, just go ahead and type in the chat. Okay, Jeff?
Okay. So let's go back to the slideshow. That's fine. It's probably better we hold on that one anyway. Better to hold. Okay. So you said you do 4 minutes of positive affirmations every night before you sleep.
Yes,
And every morning after I wake up.
yes. We have to do that to reprogram our subconscious mind. So mind never knows what is good or bad. You have to reprogram your subconscious mind I do 4 minutes of positive affirmation before I sleep and after I wake up. I always say, I'm healing, I'm getting stronger, I'm getting my muscles back, I'm able to walk. And I always remember at least around 2.5 years back, you said, fake it till you make it. I remember that.
Fake it till you make it. Yeah. And it's and saying it with emotion, saying it like you believe it, saying it. And as I said, if you don't believe it, fake it till you make it, because you do this with emotion. This is what you want to happen. Tears came to my eyes when I was watching that video of yours, Finnegan. Very, very moving. So this will reprogram your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind makes most of our decisions for us. And so it's very important to programming it, and positive affirmations combined with emotion do reprogram your subconscious mind. So great, great, great. And then talk a little bit about this slide, Pinnakin. I think it's very important, loving yourself and others. And once you love yourself, it's so much easier to love others. So to me, I would add a fourth book and say, if you love yourself, you have so much more to give to others, so much more love to give to others.
Yeah. So sometimes what I do is, I look at myself in the mirror. And I say, Pinakin, you are wonderful. I love you for what you are doing. Pinakin, you are doing a great job. So in that way, what you are doing is you are trying to do self-love meditation for yourself. It's very important. If you love yourself, no matter what, don't worry about the others. If you love yourself, then I guarantee you others will start loving you.
Fantastic. Great. Okay. So these are just ways that he has started. He did two things: how to stay positive and how to create purpose in his life. And I love the fact that you did this. So the first part is really what all the things that you did. You don't watch news anymore, right? You're not doing that anymore. I've stopped doing negative news either. I can't do it. It's too much. It's too stressful.
Yeah, my father watches the news all day, and I don't look at the news anytime. The most important is whenever you see comedy movies, when you are happy, again I am telling you will release happy hormones, dopamine, serotonin, and all this in your mind, in your brain. That will help you heal faster.
Yeah, it's funny. I had a friend with a back injury, and a lot of times say back injury, there's a big psychological opponent to back pain and back injury to overcome it. When the back heals, why isn't the pain still there? And her husband used to watch all day. He would watch the news, and his pain just got worse and worse and worse. And when he stopped watching the news, it finally got better. He's back at work now. And it's like, there's something with that negativity that is really adding. And that was a really good example for me. Someone who, made up his mind to not watch it anymore and then ended up healing. So, okay.
Go back one slide, please.
Okay.
And
So I got to get here and then I got to go back to, okay.
okay, I was highly inspired by Tisha Scott. They are doing this selfless journey of healing for everyone without any expectation. Again, I would like to thank Tisha Scott very much. Thank you.
Well, thank you, because you're just spreading it. What a gift to us. You're more of a gift to us because you're doing what you're doing in India. It's incredible. Wow.
I forgot some names. I was inspired by Gabby, Tabitha, Marcel, Brian, Kay Cherry, Kim Cherry, then even Lisa Manchester, Mark Manchester, and so on. So many people have inspired me.
That's
Even
great.
my hands group, my Tuesday hands group, Kathy, Angela, Uncle Freddie, all these people have inspired me.
That's great. Fantastic. Yeah. So, so go to Thursday's speech group with Pinnakin if you want to get even more inspired. Okay, so give us a little the chronic research for chronic disease. I love that. How did you come up with that?
Basically, whenever you want to find something, you do normal research. And now when you're facing a chronic disease, you have to do chronic research. That means you have to be mindful about the disease. There's a lot of negativity on the internet. Just skip that negativity. Forget that. And go for holistic healing. Go for positivity. One example I would like to tell you all. Whenever there is a clinical trial going on, for example, there are 100 people in a clinical trial, and they do a placebo. What is placebo? 50 people they will give a proper medicine, and 50 people they will give sugar pills. And even the other 50 people, when they get cured, how is that? To think about it. They get cured by the power of mind. Remember, your power of mind is very, very strong and is very important. So you can use the power of your mind to heal yourself. So basically, YouTube is an ocean of knowledge, good as well as bad. You have to go for the good knowledge and always reciprocate it. And it is very good. YouTube has a very good algorithm. Once you start looking at all the positive videos, it will start throwing you all the positive videos in the feed. So that algorithm helps you a lot. Look for videos that motivate you and inspire you. Look for people who have inspired you in your life, for whoever you like. Then
Okay.
I used to follow Dr. Joe Dispenza, Dr. Bruce Lipton regularly among my research. Then there is this judge from Providence, Judge Caprio. I don't know, many of you may not be knowing about Judge Caprio, but he is the best judge according to me, most compassionate judge in the whole world. I plan to meet him when I come to the US.
I love it. And we like Providence. It's a nice place. Okay, so these are just some things that Pinnakin has learned. This is all really important. Strategies to stay positive. Very, very, all of these, there are 10 of them. So just take note of them. They will be on the screenshot. Thank goodness for Jim Getka. I want to thank you again, Jim, because we don't have to do anything. He either does it or Miriam is now his backup if he can't make it, and he organizes that. So I just want to thank you, Jim, for copying the slides, because it really does make a big difference. So you don't have to write them all down. This is a beautiful set of 10 things that again, Pinnakin found from his research. The chronic research that he does on positivity, very important for everyone, guys. It's so important. Okay.
Remember that life is a continuous learning process. Never stop learning in life.
Never stop learning. Absolutely. And then reprogram your subconscious mind. So you've got to program your conscious mind, reprogram your conscious mind, and reprogram your subconscious mind, because 90%, 93% of everything of our day is done by the subconscious, not by the conscious mind. So just the subconscious mind is super powerful. So these are ways that you can program your subconscious mind. Positive affirmations, visualization, that has been used by several people. That was what Todd Mitchell used to heal. So it's to heal ALS. So this all works for ALS. It absolutely does.
And also Stephen Sherry, he used his subconscious mind, and his subconscious mind helped him to choose the supplements that he chose when he was going through a very rough time. And he actually came back. And so Stephen Sherry used a lot of his subconscious mind also.
Thank you, Scott. Absolutely. Very, very important. Okay, so then, and I think I think inspiration and gratitude to overcome mind toxicity and negativity. I love this slide, Pinnakin. It's beautiful. So you've got this inflammation, mind inflammation, toxicity, and negativity. And what do? You practice forgiveness and gratitude. Wow.
So basically, whenever you come up with negativity, negative thoughts, mind will become inflamed. It will be a lot of stress for you. What you will simple, close your eyes, but start forgiving your body, but start forgiving your nearby family. You may have gone through a child abuse in your when you were young, or any kind of trauma. Start forgiving everyone. When you forgive everyone, all that emotions and feelings will slowly and gradually start going away from your mind. That will help you bring positivity in your life. But forgive whenever I do, but I always forgive myself first and then others. Somewhere down the line, I had my ego, I had my problems, and that is the reason I became angry. Whenever I practice gratitude, I gratitude others first, then myself. And I'm telling you, emotions and feelings, they are major role in your life. I'm a very sensitive and emotional guy. So, I tend to cry a lot. Whenever in the morning, whenever I'm having my breakfast, I go into the flight and fight mode. And I always, every morning, I have tears dropping down my eyes. And I am happy that it is all because I'm doing forgiveness and gratitude continuously.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Finnegan. That's beautiful. And the state of gratitude is a high, when you are in a state of gratitude, you are putting yourself in healing mode immediately. Immediately. It's one of the highest states that we can be in, is a state of gratitude. So do not discount this. I love the fact that emotions and feeling played a major role in your healing. Okay. So this is just a few things that he's doing on the physical level. And really, this isn't the message. Oh, by the way, this is Pinnakin in his steam sauna. Okay, right there. So, but these are the things that he has used to heal. And he wasn't able to do physical therapy for 2 years, but he did Ayurveda and Panchkarma. So I think this is the other message that I have. You tried each and everything that my resources permitted me to do. Because whether it worked or it didn't work, if it didn't work, you learned from it. So either it worked for you, it helped, and if it didn't work, it was a learning experience. So many people are afraid to try things. No, try anything and everything that you can, given your resources. That don't be afraid. Now, don't spend $100,000 or $30,000. I mean, unless you've done a whole lot of research. By the way, I wanted to show you that. Maybe I will at some point. I need to show you that maybe next time. Okay, so these are just some of the things that he did. To, breathing exercises, physiotherapy, speech therapy, swallowing therapy, non-inflammatory foods, organic supplements. These are the kinds of things that he did. And then we got this from, these are all of the treatments that you've done, and we put them in. I think there's 16 of them. So I'm going to, we don't need to go through every one. I think he is one of the rare people that you've actually feel some benefit with from Riluzole. I would love Dr. Cowden to find out why that's happening, because most people don't feel a darn thing. So, but you're doing 3 weeks on, 1 week off. Is that what you're doing?
1 month on and 1 month off.
Oh, 3 months on and 1 month off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but look at all of the things that he has done. I think that's the other thing, is look at all of the things that he has done for his physical treatment. It's a lot. It's a lot. So guys, understand this is a lot of things.
This is just the trailer. I have many more things to share.
Many more things, exactly. So this was the 18 that you gave it at the time, but you have many more things. Okay, can you talk about a little bit about balance?
Yes. In your life, in anybody's life, there are many things that you have to balance. For starting with spiritual balance, environmental factors, emotional balance, intellectual, occupational, social, and financial. So basically, when you balance all these things, your life becomes beautiful. It's very hard to balance all that. Everybody has challenges, but you have to balance most of the things, then you can lead a happy life.
Great. Thank you, Pinnakin. And then this is really important too, that challenges don't stop. Challenges actually, I think they even get harder. I think everyone knows. I think the financial, everything, all the challenges actually get worse with ALS, and yet you've got to find a way to deal with them.
Yeah.
And other people have other challenges. There's not one family on the planet that doesn't have challenges. Your guys' challenges, ALS, other people's challenges are different, but it doesn't mean that they're not just as valid.
You need to overcome and face and overcome the challenges that you are having in your life. It will make your life easier. You may have any family challenges. You may have financial challenges, which was my biggest challenge, because we don't have medical cover for ALS MND in India. Everything goes out from our pockets. Each and every treatment, each and every supplement that we buy, each and every, if we even get hospitalized, no cover for MND ALS. It is a big challenge. So I am advocating in MND India. We are working with the government, find a few solutions for this.
Great. Fantastic. Thank you. So this is just where he has, I mean, this is a reversal in progress. He is, as you can see, Pennigan's not completely jumping up and down and better yet, but the fact that his, 5 years in, his breathing, swallowing has improved. His walking went down to a low of 10 steps and now he's back up. So, things went worse, but now they're back on the upswing. So I think that's fantastic. Really good. He's still having some muscle wasting. He hasn't turned that piece around yet, but he has turned out other pieces. So we just work on it. And he's already dropped fasciculations and twitching, anxiety. And now you're able to sleep again, which is fantastic. Is that you?
I'm going to go to sleep as soon as we end our meeting.
Great. Fantastic. And Pennigan, I want to thank you for being here because it's this meeting started at 11:30 at night for you. So that's fantastic. So we just really appreciate you staying up late to be here. So just the fact that he's well enough to be able to stay up this late is fantastic. And you said this morning you created your vision board.
Yeah, I just created this 2 hours ago.
So vision boards make a difference, guys. Do your vision board, okay? The things that you want, the things that you do, you'd be surprised. I've got old vision boards in my closet, and I pull them out once in a while, and Heather and I both have them, and you'd be surprised at how many things come true from things that you did 5 years ago, 10 years ago. It's like, wow, I did that. Wow, I did that. It's pretty cool. So definitely vision boards work. They do.
So just go back, please.
Okay.
On this vision board, if you see on the right, I have healing MND India. In that, the picture says in the world. Now I want to tell you guys, there are few things. If you don't use the function, you will lose the function. But remember that you have to do physical therapy continuously. Now, if you are not able to walk, use gadgets, use devices, use electronic equipments, and don't worry about that. If you are not able to finance it, you can do, you can like we say jugaad, in India. You can do a jugaad and you can try new things. You have at your house, you can do basic activities. And next to that, if you see, you can see Mark Manchester, Lisa and Mark.
I'm going to just show your slide of your physical therapy because you have a little video of your physical therapy. So I'm going to just show that, just a little piece of that. And a little piece of the fun. So this is the exercise routine that he does. And he does a chi machine also, but let me do, this is up on YouTube. So let me make it big.
My
Wait a
chi
minute.
machine is a human chi machine.
Yeah, you rather show, I'll show a little bit of each one then. How's that?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, we're just going to do a little bit of this.
This is my duck walk.
The duck walk, yeah, the duck walk.
This is around a year back, I was able to walk properly. If you see my t-shirts also have, all the inspiration messages.
Okay, so I'm not going to go through all of it, but this is actually like 15 minutes. You can watch it on YouTube if you want it. And then I'm going to show the other one. Oops. Just a second. I'm gonna show the other one. You wanted me to show the Chi Machine one?
You can show.
And again, okay.
You need to share screen. Yes, this is a Chi machine. Yeah, 1 minute.
Add-on you can do is the Chi machine. This is gonna work to move your lymphatic system to help before you get into the ozone sauna. So it makes the sauna do less work to pull out free radicals, bacteria, and viruses. So 15 of this hour long of walking. This is kind of what it will look like as you're going through the Chi machine.
Now this is my own Chi machine.
Yeah.
Chi machine.
Okay. All right. So let's go. So I mean, that just the fact that he's doing a lot of physical things along with all the mental things, I think that's really the message that we have. So let's just finish up our slides because then we can go to Q&A. Okay, so really this is just the end, and I look at I think it's pretty, you found it very easy to slow but much more difficult for you, correct, Pinnakin? If you could unmute.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead, Dish.
Yeah, just that we were talking about this last night. That you said that it's very easy to slow the reverse, but soon it will be easy to stop and reverse it. So just understand, this is just a time. And I like this last sentence. If Dr. Bedlock says 60 people can reverse, I can reverse. And I love that attitude. It's going to happen. And you're doing everything that you can to heal and living your life at the same time, which is exactly what people want to do. If anyone needs to contact Pinnakin, he does, this is his WhatsApp number. He is on the Healing ALS WhatsApp group. So if you find that number, you can contact him on WhatsApp. That's the best place to contact him. And they can contact you also on Facebook, correct, Pinnakin?
Yes.
Yeah. So, and if you want to join Healing MND India, I would contact him on the WhatsApp on Facebook or email him at healingmnd@gmail.com. So that is his contact information. And just so you know that, okay? Fantastic.
Yes, everybody is invited to this Thursday speech therapy workshop. If you want to join, you can come and I will make it sure that you are entertained and you enjoy the speech therapy.
Added to the email list. Yep. And we have the link also in the newsletter on Thursdays. So that's fantastic. So let's get to the Q&A. And if I didn't delete everyone this time because I didn't want to mess up our recording. So moderators, if you could raise your hand. Sue, I think I saw you there. Are you able to moderate?
Yes, I'm here.
Great, perfect. Okay, so do you want to grab the first question? That would be great. And who's the other moderator? I'm going a little crazy on this one. Go ahead, Sue. Why don't you start with the first question?
Okay, there's an awful lot of comments congratulating Pinnakin.
Thank you.
How fun, Pinnakin exudes happiness. You're looking fantastic. You've gained weight. You're amazing. We love you.
Thank you, everyone. I love you all. And my speech is clear. So when I say I love you all, are you able to understand me?
And they asked if you made any dietary changes.
Yes. In dietary changes, what I've done is now I'm 60% gluten free. Not totally I've stopped, but I'm 60% gluten free. and around 60% dairy free. I told Tisha again earlier that I take dietary breaks along, not, if you remember, I told you, now and then I even eat pizzas and pastas. I eat food made at home. So I enjoy my life, your mind should be happy. The main thing is if your mind is happy and you are able to recover and heal yourself.
Great. Kathleen asked, what about Reiki or hypnosis? Have those been beneficial for you?
Yes, I've done Reiki first level. I've done that for myself. I do regularly do Reiki once or twice in a week on myself. I do Reiki healing. Reiki healing will help you heal your mind as well as your soul. It is one kind of energy healing.
Okay.
And then Scott asked, how's your liver count? This is very important using the 3 R's from the allopathic world.
Basically,
What are your liver enzymes? She's asking.
yeah, I know that. I told you the last 1 year I have not done any testing. So next week I am going to check my liver enzymes.
Great. Next
Great.
week, we will have the answer in a couple weeks because next week he's going to have his liver tested for the first time in a year. So that's great. Perfect. So far last year they were fine. So I think that's why Pinnakin decided to continue that. Again, he's one of the few people that have felt some benefit. And I would say 99% of people we find no benefit. He's like in the 1%. So okay, fantastic.
Could people can lead a gratitude, forgiveness, and positive affirmation session at some point?
Yes, I will do that in my speech therapy workshop. You may join my speech therapy workshop on Thursday.
Excellent. This says it's apparent that Pinnakin's voice and breathing have improved quite a bit recently. Plus, he has put on some weight, and his skin is now glowing compared to before.
Sue, can you just speak up a little bit? And if you can turn your mic on, that would be great.
Okay.
I mean, you're not your mic, your
My volume.
your
Better?
volume and your picture, your video.
Oh, my head's a mess. Let's see. All right, getting the ugly view on Sunday. Let's see. Are there any things in particular that he's done recently which he thinks has contributed to these recent changes?
Yes, I've started a few therapies. One is called neurotherapy, which is totally non-invasive. It does not have any side effects. The therapy which was invented by Dr. Lajpat Rai Mehra in India. I'm trying that out, and I feel that with neurotherapy, what happens is it manages and balances the chemical imbalance in your body. So I'm trying that neurotherapy out. I feel that I'm gaining a little bit of strength in my legs with neurotherapy.
Neural therapy. Yeah, several people have found neural therapy and it's available in a lot of different countries. So very good. Thank you, Pinnakin.
Yeah, apart from neurotherapy, I'm also doing a kind of therapy which I personally call nervotherapy. It's kind of a, little bit treatment, kind of a paralysis treatment. I'm trying out each and everything. I'm trying out each and every therapy which are possible.
Arena says, Pinnakin is one of the happiest persons I ever have met. I talk to him. He jokes all the time, even serious things he will laugh off. Just love his personality. His positive attitude has definitely worked. And then Poen says, I love your Chi Machine 201.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then-
it's whatever works, guys. Fantastic. I love it. Pinnakin, what is the name of your YouTube channel? Because I realized I didn't put that on the slide.
It is the same thing, Healing MND India.
Perfect. I was pretty sure that that's what it was. So all of his YouTube videos are available on Healing MND India. And he has some crazy fun videos there. That's what I really like, the fact that he's got these crazy fun videos, because it's whatever makes you happy. Do things that make you happy. And Pinnakin loves making these videos, and they're hilarious. They're so funny. So go check out his YouTube channel and look at all his great videos. The other thing is, you're also programming the subconscious mind with your videos, Pinnakin. You realize that you're like, wow, you're programming this subconscious mind for doing this. I'm gonna play one more. I'm sorry, guys, I have to play this one. They're all, I mean, they're all good. But while you're coming up with the next question, we'll just play a little tiny bit of it. But you're going to notice how this is programming the subconscious mind. He's moving completely. So I just wanted to take a little break, because notice that's programming his subconscious mind. He's got a face on a guy who's dancing and having fun. And that is the subconscious mind, because Pinnakin is going to be moving that easily when he heals.
Okay. Can you please share for legs, which helps you to improve your walking?
As I told you earlier, I am doing a lot of, I'm taking plant-based protein powder after my exercises. I'm taking my happiness, bowl of happiness, which I showed. These are full of dry fruits. So dry fruits are very dry. I eat dry fruits. They are soaked in water at night, and in the morning I remove the water and eat dry fruits. Apart from that, I'm eating a lot of supplements, different supplements. One supplement which has helped me in sleep. Sleep has helped me a lot. And I'm taking Tadka, I'm taking NMN, I'm taking a lot many supplements. I can see it, all these supplements next to me. The one supplement that you need, everyone needs to take is curcumin. I take curcumin in powder form, turmeric powder form. And I take curcumin, which is lacodong turmeric powder, which has the highest amount of curcumin in the whole world. I'm taking this curcumin in with hot water, and I add a pinch of black pepper powder for higher absorption. Everybody should take curcumin regularly.
Yes, and Pinnakin, isn't there a lot of curcumin in Indian food already?
Yes.
Okay.
We add turmeric powder to our Indian food. We have a lot of spices in our Indian food. All the spices, if you can start adding a little bit of spices to your foods.
Okay. How does your cows motivate you?
It is not my cats who motivate me. I motivate my cats regularly.
Oh,
Great
God bless
answer.
you. Okay. Did you have atrophy in your legs and your arms? And how did you regain your muscle?
Yes, I have atrophy in my legs and arms right now also. Yeah, I can show you right now. See, I would like to do a namaste to everyone, and you can see my arms, you can see my hands, you can see the atrophy. But lately I've seen that I'm gaining a little bit of, tiny, miny muscles in my fingers and in my arms. I think I'm on a positive note right now.
Great,
Yes.
fantastic. Guys, there's never one thing, please. It's everything together. Scott, did you see a question we didn't? we
Well, I
missed?
remember when Pinnakin had showed me before about 3 or 4 years ago on his hands and fingers. He's able to move those fingers now. Before they were just kind of limp. Am I correct, Pinnakin?
Yeah,
What were
yeah.
some of your worst symptoms compared to where you are now?
My worst symptoms were, not, I could not do this with my hands earlier. I could not cross my fingers properly. Now I can cross my fingers properly. That is because I do the exercise. Even I'm using the robotic finger gloves that help me do the exercise of my fingers.
Fantastic.
Great. And do you do any breathing exercises, and what have you had that helps?
Yes, I would like to tell each and every one of you, maybe you are a patch or a cancer, breathing helps you a lot. Deep breathing helps you a lot. When you do breathing, when you do shallow breathing, the breath does not go and reach to alveoli in your lungs. The alveoli helps in taking the oxygen from your breath and transferring it to the blood. Always do deep breathing. Always do all the types of breathing. You can see videos of Wim Hof breathing on internet, YouTube. I regularly do yogic breathing, and now I have come to a point that I can do exactly 2 breaths in 1 minute. I can hold my breath and I can do 2 breaths in 1 minute. Earlier, I was not able to do that. You remember, understand one thing. When you are born, the first thing is that you get a breath. When you are gone, the last thing goes is your breath. But remember to breathe every day. Do deep breathing, do different types of box breathing, whatever types of breathing helps you. You need to have an oximeter at home. You need to check the oximeter reading. Right now my oximeter reading is 95, 96. Sometimes it goes to 97. Earlier it was only staying on 94. But remember, deep breathing helps you. And always, in the morning, if you go outside and breathe, there is very less pollution outside in the mornings. Nowadays, I'm sitting outside in the balcony and I'm doing deep breathing exercises. People look at me and they smile. I'm happy when I'm doing my breathing exercise. And remember, breathing helps you a lot. Do regularly deep breathing.
Wow, I love it. So just guys, so understand not everybody has it. Don't have a choice about where we live or where the air we breathe. And what is Pinnakin doing? He chooses the best time of day to do his breathing exercises. First thing in the morning when the air is cleanest. So great, Pinnakin. Fantastic.
Thank you.
Also, Pinnakin, your speech has improved so much. Is that breathing exercise a part of your speech therapy and course? Is that all incorporated?
Yes, all this affects your speech, the breathing exercise, the Om chanting, all that helps you in improving your speech also.
Okay.
Great. And can you please share what source of curcumin that you're taking in the chat?
Yes, the source of curcumin. I've tried different types of curcumin. If you remember, around a few months back, I had a skin tag on my lips, below my nose, on my forehead. That was because I was taking very high dose of curcumin. As soon as I stopped the high dose of curcumin, all my skin tag went away, like like this. So you need to take curcumin, which is lacodon turmeric curcumin. Arina, can you type it in the chat, please, for
Yeah.
me?
What do you want to type in the chat?
It is. I will type it. Yeah.
Oh, great, okay. Because
Thank you.
a couple people have asked about your diet. You said you ate organic, you're eating better, but what, can you say a few things about your diet? Because there's a few people that have asked that in the chat.
Yeah. First thing in the morning, I take homeopathic medicine.
Homeopathic medicine.
Yeah. After
In the
that,
morning.
around half an hour after that, I take curcumin water with black pepper powder. After that,
Curcumin water with black pepper powder, okay.
after that, I take Rab. Rab is a Gujarati form of a syrup, kind of a liquid thing, which has a lot of ghee in it. Ghee is Indian butter.
Okay, Indian butter, okay.
Yeah, and after that I take green tea. I want everyone to take green tea. Green tea helps you a lot.
Okay, can you put that in the chat too?
Yeah.
So we have the spelling of it?
Yeah. I will type it in the chat. After that, around 11:30, I have fruits. I eat fruit.
Fruit, okay.
Around 12:30, I have my lunch. In my lunch, I have jawar ki roti. I think बाजरे की रोटी और जवार की रोटी. I don't eat gluten very often.
So again, if Pinnakin's diet's gonna be a little different. When do you take your leap, by the way? Because he's in India. When do you take your leap?
Earlier, I used to take leave at night, but nowadays I'm taking leave around 3 p.m. in the
3
afternoon.
p.m. Okay,
And that is the best time because 2 hours before and after we cannot have anything, any protein along with me.
right.
Make sure that you guys have take protein powder after you do your exercise.
Yeah. Pawan, I wanted to say, I'm trying to keep my dad inspired. I hope your dad is coming to the meetings. If your dad is if you're in the US, then come to these. If you're in India, go to the Healing MND India meetings. So, yeah, and the thing is, Pinnakin, everybody's diet changes and supplements changed over the years, right? And as you do research, as you do the chronic research that that he suggested, both on the mental and physical, you all find what works for you. So, but I think Pinnakin, maybe what we'll do is do a slide on what your average diet and bring it out, because it's going to be, it's difficult because not all the foods are the same, but what we'll do is we'll add a slide to the notes for that one, because we didn't do a slide on diet.
Excellent.
People asked about amalgams, heavy metals. Lisa, bacteria, viruses, parasites. Have you found any? Did you have any amalgams in your mouth?
No, never. I never visited any dentist in my life.
Okay, never visited a dentist in your life.
No.
All right.
No heavy metals.
And did you find any bacteria, viruses? Again, you don't do testing, so you wouldn't know. He's doing healing protocols. Have you ever been tested for heavy metals, bacteria, viruses, or parasites?
I have done testing for heavy metals, but it was negative.
Negative, okay. Great.
Now, about bacteria, viruses, and parasites, I'm going to do testing in a month's time.
Laura asked if you ever put heat on your body, sauna or infrared blanket. Have you done? Well, you do the steam sauna, right?
Yes, I do the steam sauna, but I sit on a chair and I put the canopy over me.
Yep. Great answer. Sue, do you see any? And Scott, what are the good ones? Do we go?
No, I think that's about it, Tish. I mean, I've gone over them a couple of times.
Fantastic. Arena wrote Lakadong. Good. Lakadong curcumin from Mega Hyla, and it's available from Amazon. So if everyone please looks at 4 minutes after the half hour, it's right there on one of the recent chats.
No, I have not
Okay.
tried. I have not tried a Terra device.
Thank you. That was my
Okay.
next.
Oh, Vicky asked if you do enemas.
I did enemas when I was admitted to the Ayurvedic hospital, but it did not help me out. So now I am not doing any enemas as of now.
Okay. As of right now, okay.
Okay.
And do you have any mucus in your chest or throat?
No excess salivation, no mucus, no. I regularly take Ayurvedic kadas, Ayurvedic, recipes to remove or, stay away from mucus. You should be aware of what you eat. No cold stuff, only hot water and hot stuff. No
Fantastic.
mucus.
Okay, so everyone heals differently. Thank you so much. I think we should finish up. I think we're pretty much have you I found one. Have you ever used the iTerahertz wand? I don't think you've ever tried it, right?
No, never.
Okay, so again, not everything is available in India, and the things that are available sometimes are ridiculously expensive. So Pinnakin has done a really good job of finding equivalents in India, which are way cheaper than getting them through the US. So he's always doing a ton of research, and that's why he's been able to manage to do a lot of treatments on a limited budget. So good for you, Pinnakin.
Yeah, I found a supplement which is costing around $50. If the same thing, if you buy from US, you will have to spend around $500. So
500, yeah, you were telling me 10%. You can often get things for 10% of the cost in India, because if it's manufactured in India, the labor costs are much lower, and incomes are lower, so prices are lower there. So good for you, Pinnakin. Anything you want to add, Pinnakin, before we're going to go out to breakout rooms?
Yeah, one more question. I do have bowel problems sometimes. To change my diet, I take Ayurvedic medicine, or I basically do natural therapy. I heal myself with food only. I don't take medicine anytime.
Okay, great answer. Thank you, Pinnakin, so much. Now, I didn't ask if you want to stay on for another, I know it's like 2 a.m. Do you want to stay on for another 20 minutes for breakout rooms, or are you wiped because it's really late?
It's 1:15 a.m. I would like to go to sleep now.
Okay.
Bless him.
Thank you so much. Heather, Scott, why don't you say goodbyes? I'm gonna set up the breakout rooms while you're doing that, Scott.
I would,
Okay.
before Scott, I would like to thank you everyone for staying with me. And the best thing is, all of you need to have a lot of patience. If you have patience, then you can heal yourself. You won't believe that right now I am in my 7th year of my symptoms. And 5th year I've come there. Today is my 5th anniversary of my diagnosis. So thank you everyone for your time. Have a wonderful day and enjoy your life. Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye-bye, Pinnakin. Thank you so much. Yes, and your anniversary. Congratulations. Fantastic. Thank you so much for being here, Pinnakin. Thank you so much, Sue, for moderating. Thank you, James, for taking the notes. Thank you so much for everything that you do and all the help and all of our volunteers. I'm going to start my goodbyes. And Tish, are you going to have at least one breakout room for chats?
Yes, I am. I'm just getting the breakout rooms ready now. I've got
Okay.
one, we're gonna do, how to stay positive. The
Okay.
second one is how you release